Hey, Feedback Gamer here. We're going to tell you how to farm Germany the quickest and most efficient way possible. I'll be honest with you, the minute I make this video, it's probably going to become out of date. But this is going to be a really nice way of farming Germany, particularly if you're fairly new to the game. So we're going to start a new game without an objective, and we are going to play as the great nation of Prussia. Has many ambitions, has many dreams, has an objective, and that objective is to form the nation of Germany. If you go into culture, you can see under nation formations, we have Germany. We need a total of 19 states to form Germany of a potential 30, which I believe are German majority states. Or actually, no, they're not actually German majority, but they're considered like German homeland. So as you can see, the vast majority of them are Austrian. And then there's loads of these smaller states here, as you can see, the ones we're going to annex, hopefully diplomatically. And then there's also one by France. So to kick this all off and start to play a diplomatic play against the leadership of the Germans, which is this one, launch a unification war, we need nationalism. And that will unlock the ability to annex some of these smaller states inside of Germany. See the small ones. The idea, just a concept, the idea of a unified German state. Barbaric, right? How will that work? How will it even come together? What will that even be at work? How will that even work like? Well, we're going to find out. Nationalism, 29 months. And to begin with, we'll go into diplomatic lens, diplomatic actions, and improve relations. So initially, there's two states that I've noticed never seem to join your nation diplomatically, and that's Hanover and Bavaria. So I'm not even going to bother boosting relations with them, but I'm going to go for the big ones. Mecklenburg, Saxony, and then definitely need Hesse-Kassel. It's a weird one, that one, because it divides you west from east. If you don't get that one, it could cause lots of problems when you lose access to the Rhineland here. It causes a lot of issues. We'll also get these little islands too. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. Max relations. And now we just basically become an economic simulator, because at this point we need to build up, prepared for a potential war against Austria and other major powers. Two nations, it's going to be a really good idea to have good relations with. There's going to be France and Russia. And if you ever need a good ally against Austria, those are the two nations to have. So once we've boosted relations with some of the minor powers inside of Germany, that's who we're going to boost relations with after that. All right, nationalism has finished, so we can now execute the next part of the plan, which we get the Iron Chancellor, which we either choose between infamy decay, which is big, or damage relations speed, so we get higher relations over time. Infamy is such a big deal. The Bismarck is the man for the job. And then we get these events. Annexation of the ones that have good relations. We will cause you some infamy. And the way it kind of works is you're more likely to annex them if your infamy is low. So keep that infamy low and keep boosting relations. You get the idea. Diplomatic lens, diplomatic actions, and boost relations. Once again, going for all the small ones, because you tend to find those are the ones that tend to join you anyway. I'm not sure if the other ones are hard-coded not to. Right, my advice now is work on your military tech. You are going to go to war. There's not a lot you can do about it. So shell gun is a good one. You've already got a bit of tech on that one. And it unlocks the arms industry. Smooth bores. Smooth boy. Ooh. Would you like a smooth boy? Yes, I would. All right, another state chose to join our confederation. Confederation of the strong. The brave. And also, don't forget to start coring states as well. So that's under political state options and start coring. Because you can notice here, you have lack of market access, which is going to hurt your industry in the long run. So get that sorted immediately. Same again, don't forget to keep bumping relations. So we maxed out for France and Russia, and then just focus on, in this case, the smaller states inside of Germany. Trying to hoover up all the kind of smaller ones in between Rhineland and East Prussia. And you get working on some more tech. This one's a really good one. Fieldworks, because it gives extra 10% defense for your army. University, just an easy passive defense bonus. Nice and easy. Saxony! Ooh, it's one of the big ones. Ooh, nom nom nom. Oh, so much territory, so much land. Big boy Saxony joins the German Federation. Hesse! Unified. 2 new states can be incorporated. Boom. Second one is pending. There we go. More relations. Boost it. Higher and higher and higher. Another one. Mecklenburg. That's a big one in the north. Another one. And now we have merged east and west. That little corridor. Can you see that? It's very small, but we've done it. All the boys want to join the cool German club, right? Yeah. All right, goes without saying, you're going to go to war soon. So it's really important your barracks have the most up-to-date infantry. In this case, skirmish infantry and mobile artillery. Well, soon, we might be able to get shrapnel artillery just before any major conflict. So make sure you update that ASAP. Don't worry about first aid and field hospitals, because you're not going to be able to get enough opium, so it's not worth it. Another one! Another bit of Mecklenburg. Same again, technology. You want to focus towards making your army as strong as you can. Ideally, it's breech-loaded artillery is going to be the sweet spot, because that's going to give us shrapnel artillery, which do a lot of damage. And another one. Boom. We're getting there, lads. We are getting there. And, hey, another one join. Another one, another one, another one. Frankfurt, more like Prussia. And there we go. The North German Confederation is complete. Now, as far as I'm aware, I don't think any other states will join you diplomatically at this point. But here we go. Now we have formed the North German Confederation. Gain the prestige, why not? All right, at this point, the only way we can annex the smaller nations of Germany, the rest of them, the northern ones and southern ones, is if we go into cultures, nation formation in Germany, and then launch a leadership play against Austria. And now you can see why we built relations with France and Russia. As you can see, they will be a part of this diplomatic play. And it's very important you maintain those strong relations. So they either will side with you or you will not have to face them, put it that way. So if you hop into your culture again of normal nation farming, you can have a little look on who's going to side with who. So unfortunately, the northern states tend to favor Austria, which kind of is annoying because it divides the front lines a little bit. However, I've got support from Brunswick, and I don't even know where they are. Oh, there we go. That state and that state. They're very small ones. But Bavaria, for the most part, is going to stay out of this. This is looking a really favorable situation. Once you're done sorting out, in my case, sorting out my arms industry, which I need to be prepared for. In this case, I'm working on my ammunition and small arms. Then you can prepare yourself against Austria. And also, if you're waiting for a specific technology for your military, that might be a good idea to wait for as well. By looks things, we're probably not going to get breech-loading artillery in time, but we're still going to work towards it anyway. Alrighty then, so we're going to launch our leadership play now. Relations with all the majors is pretty good. As you can stand right now, no majors are siding with either side. It is Austria versus Prussia, then a few other minor states. So we'll launch it and let's see how we go. So we're looking to sway countries here. Frustratingly, Russia and France, the two #1 enemies, are both on the side of Austria. But all of a sudden, I blinked and then France hopped into the middle, but Russia's still a problem. So we're going to have to try and sway Russia at the moment. If we can get a one-on-one between us and Austria, we're in a really good spot. However, with Russia or France involved, it just makes things really messy. So straight away, I'm going to offer an obligation towards the Russians, and hopefully that might sway them. Okay, so the second phase now is coming up, and Russia has sadly, sided with the Austrians. That's really frustrating. Is there anything we can do to convince them to move otherwise? We can offer an obligation, but the thumbs down kind of implies they're not going to move. It's war, right? So why not add a war goal for a little bit more war reparations, right? It's free, so why not, right? 4 reps. So the biggest issue with Russia is they've got a massive army. However, it's very weak, though. If you go into their barracks, you can see they've got line infantry, which is the old infantry, mobile artillery, which I think is the modern one, and everything else is pretty standard anyway. And they've also... Yeah, so for the most part, you notice between line infantry and skirmish infantry, see, line infantry, there's a big bonus to the amount of damage output from skirmish infantry. So it does make a big effect in war. All right, first up, our main general. He is incredibly good. So for the most part, he is going to be pushing the main southern front here. Then we've got another general, and then he's going to defend the northern front. I think what will happen is we might mobilize more armies if we need them. But at the moment, I think we're going to be okay. Let's see how many troops we're going to be up against. So they're still going to have superior numbers to us. So we're going to have to mobilize another army, and then we'll mobilize another army. Let's have a look if there's any more spare battalions. There is in the North German region. All right, then. This is the final standing, and it looks like all the minor German states have backed down, apart from Brunswick. Thank you for siding me with Brunswick. Thanks for the moral support, cheerleading support with 3 battalions against massive Russia and Austria. This is actually going to be a tough one to win this, but I think it is doable due to the Russian incompetency. There we go. There's the battlegrounds. So as you can see initially here, if you look on the southern front, you can see our offense is better than theirs, and our defense is significantly better than theirs too. So it is a really good situation to attack. Just a heads up of kind of the game as a whole. You tend to find offense is pretty good in the first 20 years. Then you get machine guns and trench infantry, which has a massive boost to defense, which is kind of your more World War I kind of mechanics. And then you kind of get a boost for offense again for like with tanks and mechanized troops. First battle, and we are smashing them. Oh my goodness. They're advancing on us and getting absolutely mauled. Meanwhile, the Russians are advancing and coming under lots of fire, entrenched, dug in. Initially, a lot of defending is happening and not a lot of pushing. But, oh, this is our first push here. Directly to the center. And this looks like an easy win for us, too. Battle happened here, and we got all of this. Oh, nice. Classic situation here where we're attacking eastward, even though we kind of want to go towards Vienna. Take the capital, boys. You know what you want to do. The initial battles have gone in our favor. Tiny war support advantage for us, but for the most part, we are advancing. Strangely advancing eastward here. This was not the orders, General. Why are you pushing eastwards? Austria is your goal. This is an example of the generals doing weird things. Like, why would you push eastwards here? It doesn't even make sense. Eastern Front, all wins apart from one victory for Russia. If you're ever confused about who you're at war with, what's actually happening, and if there's smaller nations you need to be fighting, which is more likely in your game, click on the military lens and you can see who you're at war with. And it's pretty straightforward, really. It's just 2 majors against me. Okay, advancing into most of Poland. Done. Advancing into Bohemia. We took in a bit of land. Yeah, okay, yeah, making progress there. Let's have a look at the results here. So the Austrians have paid 4.5, 4.7, almost 5 million. I'm heading towards 4 million cost of the war. 300k dead on my side. Ooh, heading towards 1 million for Austria. So this is definitely favoring us at the moment. All right, Russia has tapped out. We've got war reparations from Russia. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. And the entire of my army now will advance on this front. And Austria, it's not looking good, my dude. It's not looking good. So what you can do in the meantime is build relations now with all the small German states. If you get nice high relations with practically all of them, the next part when you unify Germany will be dead easy because they'll just accept and you'll be able to eat them all up in one go. If they refuse, then you have to go to war with them, which might make things a little bit messy. Oop, we're advancing on Vienna now. And boop. There we go. And now you can see that the war exhaustion for Austria is ticking up higher and higher and higher. It ain't looking good for you. Final losses, 6.5 million losses. Cost of the war, 6.5 million for Austria. Heading towards 5 for me. And here we go. Done. We are now the leadership of the German faction. And we have also got Austrian war reparations. So that was a very profitable war, guys. Alrighty then. So we hop into culture again now. Form Germany. Oh, surprisingly, we actually do have the right amount of states to form Germany, which doesn't usually happen. You usually have to launch a unification play. So I'm not going to press this now. I'm going to launch a unification play. And it looks these are the nations that will be standing against us. If you want to, and you want to, I guess, generate less infamy, you can, if you want to, just build relations with these nations. I guess I could do that now if I wanted to make things easier. All right, so because I don't want to end up in another war situation, or I want to try and de-escalate a war situation by unifying, I'm not only building relations with Denmark and the northern states, but I'm also trying to bankroll them as well, which basically just injects my money into their economy. And because my industry is so exploded right now, I get to inject loads of money into them, and it makes them super happy. Well, that's the idea anyway. All right, we've got super positive relations with everyone now. I think this should be a straightforward process now. So I'm not sure if this is hard-coded, but all the German states now, including Denmark's on board with this as well now. But Oldenburg, even though I've been bankrolling them, I've injected everything I could into them. But for whatever reason, they just see me as cautious and they won't agree to it. So when I try and form Germany, there's no actual option to do it. Oh, okay. I think they've accepted now. So what I had to do is bankroll them to inject money into them to make them happy. And then I had to give them the obligation back, which basically boosts a relationship with now. But now, if we go into culture, because we made everyone happy, we can form Germany and we can do it without having a war. So boom, Germany. There you go. Ah, you formed Germany. Congratulations. It was just that easy. There you go, guys. That is how you form Germany with only one war against Austria. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And inside of here, can you see it? Oh, there's the next video. Give it a click. This one. See here? This one. Click.